Hey gang, Alan Combies here. Welcome to another video in a series that I call Morning Coffee with Alan. I am Alan Combies, Transformative Coach, and this series really is just about me reflecting on how I can serve you and offering anything I can that hopefully would be helpful to start your day off in the morning, like a nice fresh cup of joe. So anyway, I was reflecting today and I was thinking about, in this field of self-improvement, which that alone, this whole idea that we can actually improve ourselves. I mean, I think we can improve our egos. We can improve, our self-talk and the pictures we make up in our head. We can intervene those things and willfully think different thoughts. But ultimately, who we are, the true self, the one behind the ego, the one observing, our stories, that's perfection, who we really are. You can't improve. Like, how do you, like one of my mentors said, your divine spiritual energy, how do you improve on that? And I love that. So that's one thing. But the other thing, the point that I wanted to mention today was, oftentimes I think when we're set on this course of thinking we need to improve ourselves and wanting to create a better experience for ourselves, we inadvertently create this notion in our mind that there's some sort of end goal, like we're going to get to this point where nothing bothers us and everything is going our way and we're perfect, right? Whatever that means, right? Successful, whatever it means. Where we think that, if I just do this thing and I get this object, or I make this amount of money, or I'm in this relationship, then I'll be happy for the rest of my life. It's the whole, they lived happily ever after myth. And the truth of the matter is, you can live happily ever after now. You don't need the car, you don't need the house, you don't need the job. Those things are fine. But really what happens is, in my opinion, it's our need to try to control our environment. Michael Singer has this wonderful talk that I heard somewhere where he talks about, how the Big Bang happened, and from nothing came all of these gases, stars were formed, and within the stars, throughout billions and billions of years, they formed all these elements, and all of these elements make up everything that's in our experience. They make up our bodies, everything that we're looking at. It took 13.8 billion years for this moment to get here right now. And this moment that you're observing is uniquely yours, just as mine is uniquely mine. And this moment shows up just for you, 13.8 billion years in the making. And what do? You say, oh, I look fat today. Or you say, oh, it's raining. Oh, I hate it when it rains. Right? This amazing thing is showing up just for you, and we don't like it. We have our likes or dislikes. We try to manipulate it and control it. The way it looks to me is the more we can make peace with what we're holding inside, the more we can make peace with the moment, that's the path of having a better experience of life. Because how can you possibly control all of this, right? And in fact, when life does show up and it pushes our buttons, the more we can begin to make peace with whatever is showing up in the moment and find a way to be grateful for the moment. It's not like we have to go, oh, I love the fact that, I don't know, that I just got in a car accident, or, but you're allowed to feel stuff. You're allowed to process and go through it. But the ultimate goal is to make peace with it, right? To get to a point where you can make peace with it. I mean, in my personal opinion, working with a ton of people, when I see people with autoimmune diseases, and more often than not, it comes from a place of wanting to try to control life. When life doesn't happen the way we think it should be happening, we stress ourselves out. And when we are submitting ourselves to excess amounts of stress, the body reacts. The body will react with pain, with autoimmune issues, with lowered immune systems, with, we don't digest foods as properly, all kinds of things, right? So it looks to me like the highest priority in life is to make peace with what's showing up. And as we do that, we expand our capacity to handle life. So the next time something happens, if you begin that practice of making peace with what shows up in the moment, then the next time something happens, you'll recognize it sooner and be able to your capacity to handle those things will expand. And pretty soon you'll be the one that people look to, that look to for wisdom and understanding and love. I hope that makes sense. I also find that the more open we are to letting go of that stuff, the more serendipitous life becomes. Now, you can't, you can't just take my word for that. That's something that I really hope you explore for yourself, because I think once we, as we let go of more and more, we're more open to seeing the beauty and serendipity and just abundance of the world around us. We see it differently, and so we experience it. We allow ourselves to experience it. I hope that's useful. I hope it makes sense to you. Make peace with what's going on in here, and as you do, the world will begin to look different. And it's really about turning inside, making peace with what you hold inside. And as you do that, you create a more harmonious relationship with yourself, and you can have a better experience, a happier, more pleasant experience of life. And that's really, I think, what we all want. And as a coach, that's what I really try to help my clients see for themselves. So I appreciate you for watching. Thank you so much. As usual, give it a like, a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the little bell so you're notified of when I put these out. And thank you. Much respect to you. And we'll see you in the next one. Take care.